Now, in this series, we thought we'd aim it at a slightly more mature, older audience. So we did a thing on why beige is the right colour for your car. I went on a coach tour of North Wales. And then we found out the BBC is putting us up against Strictly Come Sequins. Same time on the other side. Now, everyone over the age of 85 is going to be watching that, so we had to throw all our hard work away and literally, yesterday morning, begin again. And that concludes my road test of the GT2. It's terrifying. OK, there's been a financial crisis. Is it the first time you've heard of it? What happened, in essence, as far as I can work out, is that I think because we were off the air, everyone got bored, so banks started lending money they hadn't got to other banks that gave the non-existent money to Mexicans in Southern California who couldn't pay it back. And now, as a result of that, your cars are all worthless. James, bad news. The Dacia Sandero.
The what?
The Dacia Sandero is not coming to the UK.
Oh. Now, British car.
No, the purple one was biscuit and raisin. It was.
Yeah, little bits of biscuit in it.
And blue was the original.
Blue was nothing extra. Yes, that was.
And then they did the pink one, which was only.
They never did a pink one.
They did. It's called It's for Girls, and they only sold it on the Isle of Man. Not a lot of people know that. I was having dinner the other night with a man, and we were talking about the financial problems, and he said he bought a Volkswagen Phaeton, OK, the 5-litre V10, OK? Paid £60,000 for it 18 months ago, just been offered 17.
How?
That's £85 a day depreciation on a Volkswagen.
You're going to feel that.
You wake up in the morning, I'm £85 worse off and I haven't even started yet.
I can beat that.
Oh, really?
Yes. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage, a nice one, £88,000 list price. We know somebody who's got one of these, actually.
Yeah,
Who
we
is
do.
it?
It's, hang on, it's not...
It's not
oh,
you.
no, it's the Clarkson.
That's it. I knew somebody.
I'm not going to enjoy this, am I?
No, do carry on, please.
No, a car just like yours.
The one you've got.
It was £88,000 new with a few extras on it. Guess how much that was worth a year later?
Go on,
What?
James.
£44,000.
Half its value gone. Yeah.
May, which one's yours?
Scania P94. It's this is the sleeper cab, which has got the extra bit on the back where you can sleep. They also did it as a day cab, which didn't have that bit, so you couldn't sleep in it. It's the.
He doesn't know anything.
What colour is it, James?
What have you got then?
Richard had tried to make his lorry look more American by fitting a bonnet, which was actually a dog kennel. James had gone for a gay and friendly Indian look, and I hadn't. Damn it. Because this is a hard job, and I'm not just saying this to win favour with lorry drivers, it's a hard job. Change gear, change gear, change gear, check your mirrors, murder a prostitute, change gear, murder, check your... That's a lot of effort in a day. Steg climbed into his tuned man and set off. Look at this! That's just fantastic! I love the smell of burning rubber in the morning when it's coming off. That is power sliding now. Look at that! He's doing a donut! His tyre's gone. His tyre has... Run for your lives! Run for your lives!
Oh.
You know the... I've done it, I've finished.
Yeah, what?
You know that bit?
Maybe the pin's broken.
No.
It could just be a faulty bracket that holds the...
No. The 12-litre Magnum has splashed the 9-litre Scania and splashed it enormously.
I'm doing 60.
Eat my Magnum! Yeah! Things were less exciting in James's world.
59.5 miles an hour.
Was it really that frightening?
Yes.
We've got another challenge.
I'm not interested.
No, you will be. You will. It says you now have to do a hill start. This is a test of driving precision.
It is, James. You've got to balance your handbrake, your clutch, your throttle. You love all that stuff.
Precision. And it says the winner will receive a year's supply of gentleman's literature.
We're back as a team.
Bracing, bracing. After the crash, my friends were deeply concerned.
He's woken up stuck in a lorry cab with 5 firemen. Here we go!
The impact was a bit nasty. But before seeking medical attention, there was some arguing to be done.
You may have beat me there, and if you did, that's just because you had a better obstacle than I had.
This...
You had a brick wall, I had wooden
Somebody
walls.
start measuring this.
Let's measure it.
Was it? I'll tell you...
Here we go. This might hurt.
And minus 3,560.
Why did I get that?
You just did.
What?
What exactly were they thinking of? This ambassador for the relaxed American way of travelling around in style has a 6.2-litre supercharged V8 developing 556 horsepower. It's just not necessary. If you want...
The moaning went on.
What was wrong with being a Cadillac? It's supposed to be soft and floaty. You're supposed to not know you're driving. Has been round the Nürburgring, and sending a car around the Nürburgring spoils it. It's as simple as that. I can see exactly why the muscle car never caught on in the cinema.
If he got the job, it really would be. And they're off, and look at that idiot in the Mercedes SL, he's holding them up. No, Richard, that's the parade lap.
Wow, there's a red one in the lead. He's pulled in. What, for petrol? Well, why didn't he just fill up before he left? I freely admit I wouldn't be very good at that.
He would be the worst person in the world for that job.
Well, not absolutely.
Who would be?
In Nevada's casinos, you can usually win a car of some sort. Sadly, the prize in this casino was this. Still, it was better than that stupid Cadillac. Evening.
You won't change unless you change that.
Yeah, it won't change unless you change that. Now you're here again.
Where are you guys from? Australia?
James wasn't really enjoying his company. But then neither was Jeremy.
I didn't know you were the police.
Police, Reno Police.
Well,
okay?
I'm
Police.
I just saw
Oil in the tires and the rev of the engine.
Oh no, sorry, my foot slipped off the clutch.
No, that's it. No, I don't buy that for a second.
Okay, sorry.
I think it's very game of him to join in.
What to do? Lots of revs. Steering wheel straight. Oh, cock.
You are such an imbecile.
What do you call that?
I overcorrected.
How well does that bode for Bonneville?
You can't drive in a straight line.
Traction control. On.
Something amazing was happening. This is just a trip. Oh my God, look at this. I just got overtaken.
Sorry, mate, but you were spoiling the view ahead slightly.
Now, that won't do.
Keep up, Jezza.
He is really shifting now. He's captain slow.
Clarkson!
What?
I know it's you.
We're up to 40 miles an hour in the Bago. It's changed. Come on.
I was asleep.
Where's May?
Packing in him on the throne. Clarkson, it's not funny. Clarkson, you infantile pillock. You're tidying that up.
I don't have his key. Okay, ready? I've got to repark it. Not sure how far I can actually drive before the engine realises there's no key. But I think if I put it, I don't know, about here. Perfect. Sorry.
He's not just helpful, he's quite modest.
Well, I'm not very good in travel.
Last year I went out with Jackie Stewart and he won the World Championship 3 times, I think, instead of just 2. But he taught me to be quite smooth and fast on a tarmac circuit. But could you teach me to be finish fast on a loose surface, do you think?
I can indeed.
Opportunity for overtaking. Using Mika's training, I overtook a housewife. Chance for glory. And then Grandad. But Bill Oddie was too much for me. And in the end, I finished somewhere near the middle. I think all my top-level Finnish motorsport training has made me exactly average.
Before I drove it, though, I was taken to meet its inventor. He explained the concept and the philosophy. And then he waited for me to ask a question. Trouble is, it's a while since Top Gear has done a grown-up interview.
Will you make a big one for fat people?
With our weight shedding completed, I went to ask James about his suspension, which was a mistake.
The springs are stiffer and the dampers can be adjusted so that the rate of compression and rebound change. That helps if you alter that very, very finely. You can keep the tyre in contact with the road more of the time. The instant the weight goes off or the tyre bounces up, you lose grip, which will lower your cornering speed. And we know that cars are faster when they go. You asked. Here we go, Top Gear test track, my patch for the day. Now, I've been very, very insistent with the office. I don't want to find some look-at-me two-door Italian supercar with a 250 miles per hour speedo and a £250,000 price tag or any of that sort of rubbish. I want to drive something more like, well, to be honest, some... Oh, cock. Surely not. With a bit of practice, though, I did get the hang of it. Dab of brakes, turning. You see? And I'm told, I can report, that the F-Roadster is pretty agile through the corners.
Who here would like to see some of the outtakes of James's... Play the tape somewhere, we'll have a look. Oh dear, that Chicago's gone wrong. And here we go again, gone wrong. And here we go again, it has gone wrong.
You at the side of the road yet?
No, stupid thing is still working.
How's it doing that?
It's not possible. I'm 15 minutes from home. Smell my bed. Hammond, I'm so close. Stop.
So hang on.
Stop now. Cough. Cough. Die. Die now.
Bad luck, mate. Soldier on. I love that Jag. I love it so very much because all it can do now is take him further from home.
Would James make it in time?
53.7 miles per gallon average, and I'm looking for 56.5.
No, he wouldn't. you know Boris Johnson, OK, Mayor of London? I was driving around behind a bus this week and I took a photograph of the message he's put on it. OK, this is from the Mayor of London and it says, amazing, changing gears at lower revs reduces your CO2 emissions and saves you money. I was then reading GQ magazine, OK, a road test here of a Ferrari 430, and it says, the essence of it, in my view, is not to change up until you hit about 6,000 revs. This was written by somebody called Boris Johnson. Wow! I am ahead! Oh, he's coming back! Come on! Eventually, the heavy Lexus would win. Because while they can't. They have no idea at Porsche how to restyle cars. Because if you think about it, the four-wheel drive, it's the Cayenne, isn't it? Yes. The Cayenne looks like a 911 that's been reversed into a shed, yes? And now they're doing a four-door car, OK, which is called the Panamera, which sounds like a hat, OK? Look at this. It's just woeful.
It is. Are you all right?
Excuse me, no, I'm going to die now.
Is it this? Has this made you feel sick?
I was going to say, that's exactly what it is. I looked at that and it nearly killed me. It is so awful.
Can I make an observation about this car?
What?
That is an Austin Maxi. Do you remember the Maxi?
Yes.
We've got a picture. We've got a picture of the Austin Maxi. Just look, there you go. He's right.
He is. That is an Austin Maxi.
True to their word, the touring car racers avoided body contact for, at least half a lap.
This is their sensitive touch.
Yeah, that cost me a mirror. Thinking about it, we have missed one thing out on this test. Cyclists. We should have had bicycles on the circuit, perhaps being pedalled by bus drivers.
About this. I went on the internet this week.
I thought you'd stop doing that.
No. Okay, here we go. Here's the clip that I found. Right, here is a man in a Range Rover, and pause it there. Now, James, what do you suppose happens next?
Well, it's icy, so he's going to crash into the post.
Post?
He'll skid into the wheelie bin there.
Wheelie bin,
backwards.
OK. Play the rest of the tape. Let's see who's right.
Oh! Made him jump.
It really is standing there going, how the hell did that happen?
The world's gone wobbly, I'm driven through it.
Move your scrap off the harbour.
The start of the race wasn't exactly dramatic. There was a 3-knot speed limit in the harbour, and my car was, well, 40 years old.
That's 45 knots, so 50 mile an hour.
And here's a tunnel. I'll have to open the window a little bit. I'm sorry about the wind, but... Oh, that really is spine-tingling.
70 miles an hour across the water, that's fabulous. This boat has been conceived like a supercar. It's very powerful, very, very light, very agile, has just enough trim and creature comforts to make it bearable, but that's all. It is a hardcore performance machine. Our situation report is becoming very, very choppy, so we've had to reduce our speed by 10 knots or so.
And on top of that, the Dakar seats weren't really helping.
Ah!
Meanwhile, in the Daytona...
Sorry, everybody, about the car. He's not here. Oh, hang on. Yes, yes.
It's a pleasure to win.
Do you know what?
What?
I don't care. Because I said it was the perfect vehicle for the job. I didn't say fastest. I said perfect, and it was. I mean, look at it here. It's just, look at them all over it. It's beautiful. Tell me you don't agree.
Bloody gorgeous.
You say, if you drive around in one of these, you look a dweeb.
Yes.
You know Jeremy's wife's got one of these? Very fond of it. Big fan. Yeah. She's here today, actually.
Yes, right.
She wants a word with you later.
Thank you.
Anyway, if you drive one of these and you look a dweeb, how do you think you look in that? Emeritus Professor of History? Edward Fox, perhaps? Or a big, slobbering
No.
And it's great news, ladies and gentlemen. It's news to warm the hearts of nations. Jeremy Clarkson has lost his voice.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I know. Imagine how we feel. Oh. They're gutted, mate. They're gutted. But the good news is that means we can talk about whatever we like and say whatever we like. So, no, let's... Do you want to guess who's... He's won it, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is. Look at that. Yeah. #1 weird crush. And the other thing, ladies and gentlemen, in the same magazine, this is actually quite poetic in the romance, because he's in the same magazine as his boyfriend, look! Will Young. And he loves him so much. So, Jeremy, you must be... I'm really pleased that you should share magazine space with Will Young, your boyfriend.
You know what you did the other day, when he still had his voice? He came into the office and he went, "Oh, have you heard Will's new single? It's fantastic."
Yeah, he loves it.
Will.
He went on about it all the time. I love Bill's new song. He does.
Can I just say?
Oh, it speaks. or sort of squeaks. Is that...
No.
Oh, that's just a noise that you deflated. What's that? Synthetic saliva. Do you need...
It means that I have just a few minutes speaking.
Oh. So you need more saliva? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've no doubt we can oblige with that.
Clearly, the commie cars would be a while, so let's move on. We don't need that.
Right. Forwards, slowly. No!
In the end, we had to be pulled free by a decadent capitalist Land Rover. You're going to have to turn it round.
Well, that's going to take the rest of our lives. Oh, it's disappeared into the bloody dashboard.
I'm going to grab this camera so that you can actually see, hopefully, what has happened here.
Now, these are the buttons that change the gears. That's park, that's backwards, and that was forwards. And I promise you, I merely pressed it and my finger just disappeared.
Drink on the tube with six-packs of beer, who loll around in their seats, who swear and who curse, and who offer aggression towards their fellow passengers. And I think that removing that possibility actually makes the tube friendlier. And although I have to admit it was rather wonderful that thousands of people had a party hurling execration at my name.
Over the drinking?
Over that. You know, it took Margaret Thatcher 10 years to achieve that level of sort of unpopularity with the youth.
Before you were mayor, if I become mayor, I'll get rid of the bendy buses.
And I will. Friday.
Burning.
This Friday, I am told that we are announcing the removal of the minibus from 3 routes, 80 buses.
So you're talking, but I'm hearing music. And when's this happening?
They will be off by 2010.
Oh, for God's sake!
You're a very hard man to please. You are a very hard man. I mean,
Can you just say
anybody would think you were some kind of crazed petrol head. I make this prophecy, Jeremy, that the gear is going to be obsolete and your programme will have to change its name to Top Plug.
And now, if you'll forgive me, we are approaching the beach. The gunfire has started. Lads, do you want to mount up? That gunfire can be quite loud, can't it? If you get that door shut, you barely hear it now. Hey, look at that! The smoke grenades fit perfectly in the cup holders. What about the glove boxes? How much ammo can you get in there? Just 2 mags. Look at him, look at him! You'll never follow me if I go through here. Oh, he is doing! The upshot is that after half an hour, I got out of the shopping centre, and the vet didn't. Look at these! These are little remote control cars that have been sent. Now you turn them on, they make a bit of a din because, for reasons we can't work out, they stick to vertical surfaces and then you can drive them about. Now, this is great, okay? This is fantastic. Except, of course, us three decided to see how big the range was. Earlier in the week, we decided to try them out by seeing how high up the side of the BBC we could get them to go. So, if you were watching the One Show last night, you probably saw this, okay? Because they're in the office above us.
With every other kind of store, try really hard at this time of year to stop us counting the pennies in favour of throwing financial caution to the wind.
Pennies around the penny at the moment. I think that's right. It would be trick in the book to get us to part with it.
The thing is, though, that Tesla say it is pretty nippy. So what I've done is lined it up alongside a normal petrol-powered Elise, and now we shall see which is the fastest in a drag race. God almighty! Wave goodbye to dial-up and say hello to the world of broadband motoring. 12,500 RPM, I cannot believe this. That's biblically quick. This car is electric. Literally.
Right, the news. Now, a lot of people are very angry that Jeremy and I may have accidentally set fire to a Morris Marina that we bought last week.
Yeah, we've got a shot of it here, look, actually on fire. Now, this has enraged the Morris Marina Owners Club.
The what?
Morris Marina Owners Club. Ever heard of an organisation you want to be a member of less than that? What I've got here are some of the things they've been saying on the Morris Marina Owners Club website. Top Gear can eat and die.
Strong.
Clarkson and his cronies should be hung, drawn and quartered, or is that too good for them? Should be 2 T-double-O, just small point. This just goes on and on. This is one of my favourites. I will send the BBC an email and I don't care if they don't read it. We have bought another marina, OK, and it's a beauty. Really is, absolutely. Low mileage, leather seat. No, there's no woo about it, leather seats. We brought it down, we've got it here, look, this is live feed out to our track, and that is going to be preserved as an example of what... Oh, God! God! Oh, no.
Somebody's dropped...
I know.
Piano on it. How unlucky was that?
This is happening all the time. It's always happening at our track. It rains pianos here.
Yeah.
Do this. See this? This is a plate of sick. I know it is, OK, utterly worthless, but if I just pop a BMW badge on it, £13.80.
It does work, this sort of branding. This wizard's sleeve, for instance. Absolutely worthless, but it bears a Ferrari badge, £45.
This pork sword.
James, don't go near the pork sword. This cock
Has it got 4 rings on
Yes,
it?
it has. Put this cock in your wizard sleeve. And
Okay.
it's all gone horribly wrong.
Now, we all know the problems faced every day by the elderly. At home watching television, something comes on they don't want to see, they want to change channel, can't reach, so they have to build up enough momentum in their rocking chair until eventually they can reach forwards and get it. And that's hard if you've got arthritis.
However, you can now wave goodbye to the misery of being forced to watch Adrian Chiles. Because I've connected this chair to a 6.2-litre V8 engine. It's actually...
Well, if you look where the pole is, he failed. But to make sure he failed, let's see it again from several angles. Yep, 5th gear is still better than us.